Hello, I'm Leisa Holland-Nelson, co-host of Culture Club HTX, and I'm here today with
Shavonnah Schreiber, the other half of Culture Club HTX.
And one of my dearest friends, and someone I admire as much as anyone in the whole wide world, Roz Pactor, my favorite fashionista. And you know, we're here doing Friends by the Fireplace, which we kind of are focusing on fashion.
It seems
We
that
had
way.
Steve with his tips last week, and this
He had
week we're gonna
tips?
have, 5 tips. That's what I
five
said. We're going to
tips.
ask you for that.
No pressure.
No
But
pressure.
Steve had 5 tips.
5 tips.
But
Yeah.
before we get to tips, we want
We're going to talk about you.
Who are you,
Who
right?
are you, Roz Pactor?
Roz
Roz Pactor is the founder of My Red Glasses, which is a blog, a website, everything. And Roz was influencing people before the word was ever ever even existed. So tell us about your career,
How
and
I
you
started.
how you got to My Red Glasses.
And in
Yes.
particular, yes, from retail, some big, huge retailers.
Yeah, we just found out they work for the same company.
Yes.
Good old Foley's. I don't think, is there anybody you didn't? You must have thought you did.
You're the only person.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I was
Federally.
Federally.
Yeah, that counts. Federated counts.
Yes.
That counts. Well, I could have been a toddler fashion person because I started at a very young age. You know how kids now, my grandkids say to me, I don't need clothes now, just toys, just toys. I was the opposite. I wanted just clothes. I got clothes for all my birthdays. And at the end of each birthday, my dad would movie camera, me modeling all my birthday gifts. My biggest was when I was 5. But so I always had that interest. And I grew up in the grocery store business, so I knew the retail part of it. My mother used to say that I would add up on the register when I couldn't even see over the counter. But that's my core. And then I knew I wanted to be in fashion. Unfortunately, tragically, my father passed away when I was in high school. So I'd planned to go to UT. They had a good program. But instead, I stayed home. I went to University of Houston. They have a very good program, and
They
still do it. I'm very much I've been on the board forever for U of H, but I worked at Neiman Marcus, and they were my mentors. They knew I wanted fashion. They knew I was going to go to New York when I graduated, and they sponsored me, and they taught me so much the whole 4 years I was in college. So that's what we did. I went to Toby Coburn, which was a fashion retail school on Madison Avenue. It's wonderful. It's gone. But that's where I went to school for a year, did internships at Bloomingdale's and a bunch of stores. And I stayed, which was not supposed to be my deal. I was supposed to come back and work for Neiman's after my year at Toby. But I felt like after I was in New York, poor, with no money for a year, I wanted to have a little bit of money so I could enjoy New York. So I stayed for 4 more years. I was there 5 years. Went to work for Bloomingdale's. So I went through my buying program at Bloomingdale's in New York in its heyday. It's heyday. Saturday Generation, all that was great. So anyway, but New York was kind of not a great place to be then. In fact, they started the I Love New York, as I was leaving. I went through every blackout, every brownout, every strike, everything. So coming home was very appealing to my brother and I. We moved home together.
Oh, so he was in New York also?
Yeah, he was there at the same time. He was recording a lot. So I would work at Bloomingdale's during the day and go down to Electric Lady Studio at night and sleep all night there because he wouldn't let me go home by myself at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So it was really a fun time, but it had its end date, I guess. And so we moved back together, and we lived together in my mom's house. And Foley's was hiring because they had a real reshuffle with Federated.
Yeah.
And
what year was this?
This was 75.
Okay, before me.
Yeah, late 75. And so
I'm older than she is. I just started late. Everyone should know that.
yeah, really, supposedly we're older than everybody. I'm older, but anyway, so that's what happened. I made one of my college professors called me literally as I was unloading packages and said, "You really need to get to Foley's. You really need to get to Foley's."
Downtown.
And I said I would only do a federated transfer, which was great because then I didn't have to start at the beginning of their program.
Right. Smart.
And so I went there. Actually, I went there to learn the Houston retail business because I had some backers from New Orleans that wanted to. I always dreamed of having my own boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And my two good friends at that time were starting Tootsie's.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, literally, it was great. I mean, they used to sit outside and wait for me at Bloomingdale's with I saw what the logo was going to look like. It was really fun. So I had, not to be with them, but to do my own thing.
Right.
But anyway, 31 years later, I was still.
And then how did you get to your blog?
Because Foley's went away.
They did go away.
They got bought by Macy's.
Mm-hmm.
We became May Company. Then May Company got bought by Macy's.
No, May Company didn't they get bought by Federated? Or by Macy's?
Well, Macy's.
Federated bought Macy's.
Yeah,
is what
right.
happened,
Macy's
and they
Federated.
decided to
Yes.
take the Macy's
Yes.
brand.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very possessive.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it
it
was-
was a big kahuna.
Yes.
We didn't ever go away. And so,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I
we
guess
did
that's
take the
right.
Macy's brand, which
Yes. Yes.
I never understood.
Well, so
Especially-
they did. I mean, the only Bloomingdale's is the only one that
I
came
know.
here.
So it went away, and then
It went
you said-
away, and we didn't know our fate for 6 months. So, I mean, every vendor, everybody said, don't worry about Foley's. I mean, nobody can buy Texas for Texans, right? So we weren't worried until all of a sudden we got the word that we were going to be merged. That what was actually going to happen, and for us specifically, was that we were going to be merged into Atlanta Macy's.
Yes.
So I interviewed and I looked and I talked. I either had to go to Atlanta or I had to go to Atlanta, basically, unless I wanted to be like a department manager or something here. So my kids were in high school. My husband had a good job. So moving to Atlanta, I even looked into, which would have been a disaster, I looked into commuting, okay? Until
You
I
were
took-
ahead of your
Mistakes
time.
that I made.
Oh.
Yeah, that was true.
Yeah. Atlanta's airport? Oh my God.
You would still be there.
I'd still be there. I'd still be
right now
waiting. I'd still be waiting. Just trying to get the train to get to the plane. But anyway, so I stayed and I decided to do consulting. So I was going to be a consultant. And I've worn red glasses for I do the math every few years just to remember, about 25 years. Only red glasses. It was a fluke. It happened by accident. And I've been wearing them. So sitting in my fashion office with a bunch of people that I knew in media, like Texas Monthly and a bunch of people, we said, okay, what would be a good name? And my friend who was the publisher at Texas Monthly, I'll never forget that, not mine,
Okay.
said, red glasses. I mean, why not? I went, oh, that's so unprofessional. And so unprofessional.
Yeah, because Foley's is such a pretty name.
Right.
Exactly. So, but we go on, and it was taken. The name was taken. So we went. So I just stood. I'll never forget this. Sitting at my computer, going, "Well, they're mine. How about my red glasses?" And we bought it. I bought it with all these girls hanging around me, and that's how it started. And Leisa really started me on my first website.
Yeah, and the blog, the original blog, which was the sheet.
Yeah, so we made My Red Glasses was my website, and the sheet was the blog that was a tab on there. Nobody could ever say
I couldn't either.
The
but
sheet. You have to just go
Sheet.
slowly.
the sheet.
it was very
Yes.
cool.
It is cool. It's still cool.
I mean, I did a whole little brainstorming thing. I mean, I did and that was the name that won. And anyway, so after a while, everybody knew me, but people would always talk to me about red glasses. So it was kind
So
of
you're coming out with a
Yes.
line of red glasses. That's the big thing we're revealing at Friends.
No, I need to.
I think you should.
We're here.
Don't you think I'm
We're
late?
here.
No.
I think I'm late.
No.
Nothing is late.
Nothing's like
Well, I mean, those days nobody had them. Now everybody's
There are
had
not
them.
enough of them. You can't find them. I'm always looking.
for red.
Oh,
I have red glasses, but I'm always looking for her. For so long.
I have so
I'm
many.
always looking.
I know. I have shopping bags of them because people will
I
friends
think
of
we're
mine
going to
will
do
buy
something
them.
with this. You know me, my mind's already going.
Okay, good. Okay, keep that thought.
I am.
Keep that thought.
Well, and I want to go around that thought, we talked earlier about you with influencer, right? Being sort of the OG influencer.
She said that. I did not put that in the question.
No, but it's the truth.
But that is how, but I'm the OG blogger.
OG blogger, which
what I was telling you is that
predates
I don't know
influencer.
how many think of me as an influencer. Most of the influencers that people think about are these young girls that are on social media a lot, and they go to all these parties and they go for launches and things like that. That's not me. And they do sell stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do sell stuff. I've been influencing for a long time. I don't know. I think the one thing that I do take credit for is the blogging piece of it, and all these darling young bloggers that are around that I've known since they were pups. So they all called me the OG, which they came up with. I didn't know. They had to tell me like what is OG.
Is what's it old?
Original gangster.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Original gangster.
I thought it was
I
just a
would
way
have
of
said
saying.
hard, but hey.
No, it's the original gangster. That's more like chic, right? That's more cutting edge, like these ray glasses that we're going to merchandise. Keep going.
Got it.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of have just, pretty much existed. I mean, I've done a lot, I've interviewed, a lot of great people. It's given me the ability to have, by having the blog, I've interviewed, like Neiman's used to have me on their list to interview everybody that came to town. Designers since COVID really haven't come much.
No.
But it was great for a while. I mean, I got to interview so many amazing designers and people. And, I did New York Fashion Week. I did a lot of things because of my existences with the blog.
So let's talk about trends. So one of the things that you get I should say the privilege to do, because you are so steeped in fashion, and you as well, Leisa, you have an eye for what's coming. What's here now, what we should be doing. We had a whole conversation about white. White is in, as you
Very in.
But
finally.
Talk to us about what's happening for spring, fall, or spring, summer, and then
How it
what
translates.
how does it translate to fall, especially for us here in Houston with, the weather that we have.
I know. I mean, as I said to you, September's as hot as August in Houston.
Higher.
Yeah, you're right. You're
You
right.
know, and New York City as well. August and September are just
I know,
nightmares.
it's
And they
miserable.
smell bad there.
We
They don't smell bad
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
You know,
That's
it
true.
stinks. It's really awful.
Right.
Well, I mean, I
I'll be
think,
back in a minute, but it's
I don't know. I miss New York a lot. I haven't been going
Me too.
enough. I have not been going
just started missing it. What I really miss is the Hamptons more than New York City.
I miss the whole part of the country, really. But I'm happy to be here. And so I'm happy to be here. But we just did the spring trends thing for Heart Card and Tootsie's, so it's really hot on my brain. I mean, it's been a nice. I refer to it as a palette cleanser for spring because we were very bold, bright color. Now we're soft color. There was a lot of black on the runways for fall 23, white. Finally, I mean, last year people would call me and say, "Do you know where I can find a white dress?" I mean, just a dress, not a wedding dress, obviously, but a white dress. White was starting to make its thing. And the thing about white is that it's now exploded. It's because it's good for anybody. If you're a person that likes color, you probably would like to wear white. If you are a neutrals person, you'll go to white. So, I mean, it's got its home and it's really taken off. I showed a ton of it at Tootsie's when I did my presentation. When I was a fashion office person in a retail store, you would talk about cycles. You're in a sportswear cycle. You're in a dress cycle. Sportswear has dominated apparel for so many years, but we've really been in a really nice dress cycle for the last few years.
Which I appreciate.
Well, it's just the easiest.
It is.
I mean, women want comfort. They want coolness in the summer. They want an outfit, but they don't want to put it together, and so dresses has been really such a great thing. I'm trying to get a little away from all the print dresses because
we don't own, actually. We had a conversation.
I haven't.
You're
You're in the perfect place for us right now because this past week on the radio show, we kind of got into fashion trends that you're not supposed to have. I think I told you this for spring.
Oh yeah, mesh shoes.
Mesh shoes, etc. And she says to me, what's the one trend you think should never come back? I said prairie dresses, but it is. They're just covered in flowers.
And I said, who's wearing prairie dresses? She's like, everybody.
I said every brand you have.
Well, because the links, that's the other thing. The links
Covers
have
them
been
all to
longer.
Eagles.
The links have been longer.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, middies and maxis and all that has really been very dominant for the last few seasons. And so that works really well. I mean, I didn't think about it as a prairie dress. But
No one but Leisa calls them a prairie dress.
Yeah, right.
I didn't like it the first round. I tried to find really cute flower print dresses. All my friends are wearing them all.
I know.
I have 4.
I think there
I
are
don't know.
certain
They
people
just
that
don't
are
work
flower
on me.
print people. Like, I just think I'm not a flower
I like
print.
flower print skirts, but this whole head to toe from here to
I just think
mid-calf.
it's just like there's certain people who are animal print people or black people. You know what I mean? I'm not a flower print person.
No, but I like, what I like are non-floral prints or patterns.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, I like
yes, I
pattern.
like a pattern. Yes.
I love stripes. I love patterns, and I don't wear a lot of those either. I'm just such a solid person. I'm just a yawner, but I just think that the point I was going to make is that with the dress cycle that we've been in, that one of the hottest categories that's coming in for spring through summer and into fall are skirts.
Well, not even this skirt, but I've been buying skirts like crazy.
I love
every
skirts.
year. Long print skirts. I mean, they're prairie skirts, but I don't
But they're different.
They're not a prairie dress.
They're not a prairie
But,
dress, and that's the
but they're full
face.
skirts, and you put a t-shirt on, and they just look great. I wore one to Herman Park last week.
Oh, okay.
I keep buying, and it's white. It's white.
I just
Yeah,
got
that's
a
cool.
white.
I didn't see it either because
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
just
see
got
it.
a white denim skirt from Ronnie Beard.
Oh, you did?
Very good. Well, I mean, I think that skirts right now, any skirt goes. Pleats have been in again, and pencil skirts. I showed several.
Yes.
I think there's nothing chicer than a pencil skirt with a pair of pumps and a simple top. It's the best. So I showed several instances last week of the pencil skirt, but for fall they're really very voluminous. Is that such a word? Voluminous.
So I don't know how I feel about this. How can we adapt that?
To which one?
The voluminous skirt.
Well, so are the pants. The pants are back to
Are they like the barrel pants?
barrel?
Have you not seen, that was one of the no trends, barrel jeans. Literally,
no.
who wants to be shaped like, each leg is shaped like a barrel, and you look like a moose.
Well, I'm not a big jeans girl, so this year, this darling salesperson at Tootsie's, I made a list. These are things I haven't replenished in my wardrobe forever.
Which we're going to ask you for. Keep going.
A blue jean that's wonderful.
I got 2 this summer.
Okay, a white jean, whatever, and we did it, and I bought them all. I mean, during Heart Pride, I bought a blue jean, a white jean, I bought this skirt, I bought several skirts. But there's things like, I like the wide leg pant. That's what I had on to wear actually today was my black ones. I wear them all the time.
I like all pants. I don't like the voluminous here.
Well, I think
I don't like
it's proportions, right? It's like if you have a wide leg pant, this needs to be more fitted as. I think
absolutely.
that's
High-waisted stuff, too.
Absolutely. High-waisted has been in.
Is it
You have to
still
have a waist.
Yeah,
You have to have a
you
waist.
have a waist.
Yeah, that's a problem. You have to have a waist. But the point I was going to make is a lot of this pant trend does not, in my opinion, translate to denim. Like the big leg.
The big leg denim, it's just in the way.
Well, also, denim's just stronger and tougher.
Yeah.
And, and harder. Whereas, so if I want a pair of jeans, I just want a jean. I didn't get a skinny jean this time. I got a straight leg.
That's what I bought. Straight leg. I actually bought straight leg in one sort of wider, but not bell bottom. And I got it in, light blue. Not dark. I bought regular denim blue, and then I bought one lighter pair because I haven't had a pair of those in 100 years.
I haven't either. I wanted kind of a medium wash.
I have 2 pairs of whites.
And I needed white. I just given all my whites away.
So what translates? So we have skirts, we have denim, we have
Pants.
voluminous ones.
Voluminous.
For those that are into that, what else do we have that's going to translate? From spring, summer into fall.
Leather. There you go. But one of the things that I saw
Or
today
pleather.
Pleather,
The
yes,
pleather queens.
yes, please.
We have a friendship group, the pleather girls.
Okay.
It's true. I mean, we're
Well,
going out in our
I am
pleather.
very sensitive to the whole leather
Sure.
fur thing. There's a lot of fur out there, but
As we sit in these wonderful
I know.
non-pleather chairs.
Yeah.
It's fine. Keep going.
well, you know, I spoke earlier, which when you and I were speaking about texture,
Yes.
and I'm crazy, which I don't think Lisa is, but I'm crazy about lace, but that nice heavy cotton
Yes.
lace, and it is selling out everywhere. I mean, I've tried to buy several of them online. We had them in the show at Tootsie's. We sold them. I went to this wedding Saturday night. There were 2 or 3 women in them. Obviously, black lace is the number one. But there was a lot of white, red. You know, I don't see
I've
it.
seen orange and pink.
I don't like color. I mean, I'm not a
Me
color
neither.
person in it.
I like the white.
Where have you seen
the white lace
this orange
on
pink?
my friend?
It's like,
One
yes.
the white lace dress. I think it's probably the dress you featured at Tootsie's. It's beautiful, and I've seen it on so many people.
It is a great.
It
I've
was
even thought about
beautiful.
going to buy it, but I just for myself. There's a black one that's from Oscar that I just loved. But but the point is that texture has been really good, and it's not Alisande lace. It's not the real sheer feminine. It's that kind of more. It's heavy.
And some of it's over embroidered, or it's
Right.
they're making flowers out and putting.
Exactly.
And Orange people
a
keep
lace
buying that.
prairie dress? Are we talking about lace prairie dresses now? No, close. So what do we think about chocolate? We talked about brown. Chocolate,
Love
I love.
it.
It's hard to find.
I feel like it's gonna be like white was. I think it's building.
Okay.
It's building.
It's very difficult.
And animal print is very popular for fall again. You know, it kind of, we used to say like animal will never die, but they
I think they do.
yeah, you know, that was our saying at Foley's. That's how long ago we talked about animal print. I mean, it never goes away.
Cabbage Rose is an animal. If you think about it, I mean, I'm thinking about this woman, Susan Carey. Did you ever know Susan Carey? She was a major fashionista in New York City, and her apartment literally had a cabbage rose carpet. It was carpeted, but a border that was an animal print. It was the coolest thing I ever saw. I mean, it was so fabulous.
Wow.
It was like, Denning and Porcott on steroids or something, like just these very Victorian, lots of fringe, my kind of thing. I just love it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think it's just there. It's there. I mean, for the first time ever, when I saw the Oscar Fall presentation, they did a group of animal print because they did a big. I just thought the Oscar
It looked
collection
beautiful. I don't
looked
remember seeing the animal
fabulous.
prints, but I remember looking
Oh,
at
the
it.
show was fabulous. I mean, Tootsie's did it, and they did a lot of brown. They did a lot of animal.
And this is fall.
Fall.
Oh.
It's again,
Makes
talking
me
about
happy.
my ready to wear. But I think we're going to be in a knit cycle. We're here,
Excellent.
which I think is the best.
That's my thing.
I mean, it's great for travel.
Yes.
You can't, you just throw them in and I mean, a lot of knits, not just cashmere, but just knits.
Nice.
Well,
Nice
great velvet,
knits.
too.
Yeah,
It's fabulous.
yeah.
Nothing's like it.
And so I feel like brown is the comer. I think olive drab is the comer. There's a green. I looked at the thing that Vogue did on colors, and I haven't seen, because I don't go to market, I haven't seen, red is still a dominant color. It's almost becoming a neutral.
I think it is kind of a neutral.
You can wear you talk about what color you can wear with red. So red is still there. Now, one of the bars, Tootsie's told me that there was a lot of deeper reds too. Like, I don't know if it's kind of
Almost like
wine
oxblood or-
yeah. But I haven't seen that, but she was telling me that. It's some deeper reds, not just, your lipstick red. Gray, lots of gray. I love gray
I
too.
love all these colors.
I do too.
This is why I'm very
There's a
excited.
very few colors I know. I don't like rust. Like,
I'm
if you go
happy
to the
orange
fall
family doesn't
colors
work
when
for
we
me.
were kids,
Doesn't work for her either.
Lotus
Selma.
green, rust.
Didn't Selma tell you orange isn't your color?
You
should take
no
it.
one's ever heard this whole story, and we're going to tell right now because you hear the Queen Fashionistas here. When I was in Aspen a month ago, visiting with my grandchildren. Everybody knows you go to Aspen to do really cool stuff.
Right.
And I do. I go to Target and grocery stores, and I go to visit Selma's school and Violet's school and Jolene's school and ballet school. And so when we go to Target, my granddaughters get 4 things. They each get an outfit, a pair of shoes, a stuffy toy, and a book. So we were walking in, and the first platform or area of clothing in the store was athleisure. And there was this great looking orange cargo pants and sweatshirt. And I walked over to the rack, noticing it was the last 2 pieces. And I went, oh, they're larges. They're too big for me. I'm going to have to order this. And she says, oh, Granny Minnie, you can't buy that. That would look terrible on you. And I said, and she said, orange is not your color. I turned and looked at her, 7.5 years old, everybody.
Right.
I said, what is my color? She says, oh, black and cheetah.
Out of the mouth of the
and cheetah. Black and cheetah. And maybe a little white, but not too much. Not too much. Okay,
So I'm saying, again, of course you
I
know.
those are great in orange.
Well,
I'm sorry, Selma, but I have on cheetah for Selma and black. And she's definitely going to get to ski this year.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good. Now, but I don't see you in orange either. Do you? Do you like orange? Let me just preface this by saying, and I'm sorry, Astros, because I know that's your color, but
What?
Astros orange, but I don't love anything orangey. That's just not me. I think I have too much yellow. I don't know what it is. But I think the blues this year have been wonderful. Mm-hmm. And they have been from, a lot of sky blue to navy blue.
Yes.
I noticed at this black tie wedding how much navy was being worn.
Love navy.
Lots of navy.
Also hard to find light brown. Like chocolate and navy, those are sort of
difficult. Navy is not.
Other than like a suit.
Because they're running black, so
yes, other than like a suit, it's difficult to find other
but
than
no,
navy. Like nice navy, because I think navy and chocolate can make a fantastic combination.
They do.
Difficult to find.
Yes, true. Mm-hmm. True. In fact, the outfit you bought at Tootsie's, I thought was navy. And you may not have heard the story, so
it's not from the same vendor. The top is from a different vendor than the bottom. Yeah, I'm sure.
I've never seen them on a rack other than together. But anyway.
But interesting. No, they're different.
I thought they were navy. So I was making my point about all the shades of blue. And we get in the fitting room for the models to put it on. And Juan, who I know and I love forever, just goes, you know it's black though, right? And I went, it is? So I sold it to a lady because I had my rack in that mirror room as navy. So when we went out to do the presentation, I said to everybody out there, okay, this may look black to you, but for the purpose of this presentation, it's navy.
So it is black. Your head and go with
it. Love it. It's navy.
So we talked through what can transition from spring, summer to fall. So Steve gave us, as we mentioned, no pressure, other sort of wardrobe staples.
Oh,
must have.
I have a wardrobe.
So what are your 5 like if you had to go out and you were working with a client or just you yourself?
I do this.
5 staples. You only have 5. What are they?
Well, I think that everybody has to have a black pant. Okay. See, I'm going to be kind of leaning towards black.
It's a staple.
Okay. But, and I think you have to have a great white shirt. You can't have too many white shirts.
Agreed.
Most people need a good jean. Okay?
Not barrel.
Not barrel. Oh, it needs to be a kind of a good barrel. All right, basic. So what do I have? I have 2 left. I would say you need a jacket. Now, if you're a person that wants a leather jacket to be your jacket, to pop it, they show that a lot for fall, by the way. They did show... using a pop of leather as your jacket, which I think is great. And then, let's see, jacket. You need something knit. You need I'm not a basic white t-shirt girl. Are y'all?
No.
I'm not either. So, I mean,
I have a few shirts, but I don't really wear t-shirts in general like that.
I'd wear a tape,
A
a shell,
yes, or
or
shell,
something like
yes,
that. So,
yes,
and I
for sure.
probably wouldn't do it white. I'd probably do it black or navy.
Of course.
And that's my 5.
That's your 5. All right.
My 5.
And then last point, accessories. So how do you, now you have your basic capsule, how do you accessorize this to make
What
it
handbag do we have to have?
A larger one.
Easy for me.
Easy for me.
I'm not.
You're leading the witness.
Yeah, no. I think, tote bags are very in, but I think they never went away from me because I'm a schlepper, so I always have stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And so, I think that you need a decent sized bag. Most women don't go from home to one thing, so that you need to get you through the day,
That's
usually.
right.
So, because of that, I think that you need a decent sized bag. Now, a lot of these people, for a while, I don't see them doing it that much anymore, but do those bags inside of bags.
I know. And somebody did, and I can't remember, I saw in the Today Show, and I want to find it, is like compartments to put into your bag.
Oh,
I know, they have those.
I want
those.
those. That to me is,
I've seen
I
those.
don't, back in the day when I started as a buyer, compartment handbags were only for old ladies. So
Like
I
handbags.
arrived and I want compartment handbags.
It makes sense.
They're so much neater.
I just think
Okay.
everything for women today has to be geared to an active, busy woman.
Functional.
Okay, functional. That's why I like crossbody too. I
Yeah,
love
you don't have to think
crossbody.
about it. Me too. I've always.
I go to things at night. I need my hands free or whatever. I've done that where I've taken my crossbody and put it inside my tote. So I have it.
So you have it.
So you have it.
So great handbag.
Well, I think a big handbag,
A big one?
a crossbody, and I think novelty clutches are wonderful.
Ooh, I agree.
They can be novelty can just be a bold color, or it could be fun. But I think you take, and again, a lot of it's based on how I dress. If I have a basic black outfit on, I can pop it with the handbag. And
Or
I think
shoes.
White
Well,
pump.
shoes
We're
too.
doing that. She said, I'm
White
doing
pumps.
all black white pumps. I'm like, done.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
her.
that is me.
It's you and her.
And you, okay.
And
I
did you
wish
have
I
white
could.
boots?
I
never got them.
I did have
I
white
did.
boots.
I
I
did.
need a new pair.
I did have white boots. I still look at them every now and
Ankle
then.
boots.
Yeah.
I need a new pair.
I
have
white
one.
cowboy boots, but not anything.
I actually would rather have a white cowboy. I think a cowboy boot is like so in and so cool. And it just makes the person look cool to me.
Steve
And
said
I-
the same thing. I did not imagine that you have a similar must-have as Steve. Remember, he talked about cowboy boots
Well,
with
he
his
has
suits.
a lot of them.
Well,
And
it makes it fun. It makes it fun.
It's a little razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
No matter what.
What about jewelry? Any jewelry trends?
I don't know. I'm struggling right now. I never wore gold. I always wore silver. And then I kind of got,
You came to the dark side.
I know, it's like, okay,
What
so,
started on you?
well, but I thought every time I would always say if I had one gold, I felt like I was looking at my mother's hands. God bless her. Rest her soul. Because I never wore gold. But gold does work well on black.
It
does.
It looks
It
good.
does. And so does silver.
Yeah.
But it's also your skin tone. I think it's just golds work better with certain skin. Like it depends. Some people
Yeah.
silver looks better. Some people gold. I think most people gold works for them. In general.
In general, I
think
agree.
gold works. And
More,
it's-
and it's more popular. More people have gold than silver, but I like them both. And I also love anything with pearls.
I was going to say, it's pearl trend.
Yes, it's
Like,
still
it's
kinda,
always, right?
Yeah, well, it was kind of really good last year, and I think it's carrying over. I don't read about it or see anything about it, but I think it's still out there. And I think you can dress it up or dress it down. There's one thing I didn't say about for fall that I think I saw in a couple of different trend things that I personally love, and it's very good in Houston, Texas. Coats are really a big thing. And so, unless I have a hard time suggesting coats to people here. They always usually resist. But these kind of throw-on things that can be cashmere, can be
I think
anything.
they're Rwanas or something. I think that's actually the real name of that.
So I
they
can see,
wrap it around.
here's Lisa. She's going to come out in her prairie dress.
Oh my goodness. I will not allow it.
With
I will
her
not
cheetah
allow it.
boots. And that Rwanda.
I would not allow it. I would not allow it. No, she's not going to do it. Maybe her skirt. Maybe her skirt. Not the dress.
Who says Rwanda?
Leisa.
A buyer from 1970.
I've never heard that word.
That is the word, though, isn't it?
Leisa Pose. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought them. I know that's what they were.
That's
they
what
were
they
called
were.
then.
Well, so were pashminas.
Oh, they came way later.
Oh, they did come later.
Yeah, pashminas are maybe 15 years ago at the most.
Yeah,
Oh no, Rwanda is from the 70s. It was a trend, and it was called
I'm not
Rwanda.
thinking that way. I'm
Right.
thinking a really chic little cashmere thing that
Right.
may go over one side. It's good to have. I keep a black thing like that in my car. all the
Yeah,
time.
I have so many. So
Yeah,
many.
yeah, yeah.
Well, this
Well,
is
you have a
big.
lot of pashminas.
I have 60.
Yeah,
Because
I have
Pashminas.
well, I have a lot now because I got my mother, so but I still only have about 20 or 30.
I remember, okay, I don't really, but I remember when pashminas first came out, and a woman that I worked for, Linda Knight, who you know, she had someone who was going to bring into us in the advertising department these pashminas from India, and they were a great price. They were $175 or $250. I mean, they're $5 on the street in New York.
Yeah, well,
but now,
Yeah.
and we bought them, and we were like, oh,
And they
my
shed.
God. And they're
I
so
shoot
cheap.
like that. And they both shed. I mean,
really?
all over my black clothes.
You have to be careful. So yeah, there is that.
And now we have to quit.
I know,
That's
yeah,
okay.
we need to quit.
This has been great.
All right,
So I
that's
feel
fine.
like we need to have you for part 2. So you've talked about some trends for fall.
Yeah, we need to get more about falling.
We need to have you come back
Like in August.
In August,
And
because
really,
remember,
Yeah, then I'll
they'll
know.
do that.
Yeah.
well, because we
Then I'll
talked
know.
about that. What you see on the runway, lots of things happen between the runway and actual fall.
In the stores.
And
And in
even
the
where
store.
to get it locally.
And so-
without
Yeah.
being-
So
Yeah.
we're going to have you back for part 2 of now that you know the trends, here's how you actually go find these things.
Yeah, because as I said to you, I felt like fall was still raw right now.
Yes.
You know, because it's runway, but it's, you know, it's got to work its way through buyers, through stores, through whatever, until it really becomes something you want to go out there and buy.
And so you'll come back and you'll help us
Okay.
work.
And I promise no Rwanas.
And Lisa will wear her
Yeah.
prairie dress, her cheetah boots, and her
Rwanda.
And with that, see you next time.
And we want you to stay focused and
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Roz.
It was fun. Thank y'all. It was great fun.